doing fine. It's a living life.
Namaste friends, and welcome back to the Way Om Yoga. My name is Sarah, and today I want to take you through a guided meditation all about managing burnout, maybe any type of energetic leaks, maybe physical fatigue in any way. What I hope to do today is guide you through the energetic body, the subtle body, going through each chakra, so starting from the crown all the way down to the root, and just to help us recalibrate our energy, maybe help diagnose and identify where some of these energetic leaks are starting, and how we can help remedy, how we can help repair those leaks and some of that spiritual residue that we may be carrying as well, okay? If that sounds appealing to you, I want to invite you to join me in a comfortable seated position of your choosing. I'm very non-traditional as far as my meditation style goes, so if you want to lie down in your bed and do this guided meditation alongside me, or if you want to lie down on your mat like you would for Shavasana, you are welcome to do that, okay? Now this class is meant to be paired up with a yoga class I just uploaded to the channel. It's going to be Yoga for Burnout, so if you want to go do that class first and then come into this collective space, I welcome you to try that as well. But otherwise, let's go ahead and get started here by coming into a comfortable seated position or lying down, okay? And if it's comfortable for you, you can soften your gaze or close your eyes. I personally like to close my eyes for meditation. And we'll just take these first few moments just to anchor in, feeling fully supported by whatever surface we're on right now, whether that's on your mat, in your bed, on a cushion. Feeling fully supported by the earth beneath us. Releasing our full weight. And then from here, we'll start to focus on our breath. Starting on our next inhale through the nose. And exhale, yeah, you could even sigh it out if you'd like. Maybe this is the first time today we've focused our awareness on our breath. Maybe the breath has been a little bit more shallow today. Maybe it's felt a little choppy or erratic, and I want to invite you just to take some deep inhales through the nose and exhale. Beautiful, establishing your own unique rhythm. Beautiful. So staying with that cadence, staying with that rhythm, I'm going to guide you through our meditation. So starting with the crown chakra, I want you just to imagine just this orb of light, this white light just hovering above the head, just above the crown. And we'll breathe into that space on our next inhale. And exhale. And our crown chakra, it's kind of like our antenna for the divine, right? It's our Wi-Fi signal for source energy, for infinite intelligence. And sometimes that connection can be severed through our day-to-day living, from the demands of our lifestyles. I want you to take this moment, these moments of quiet, as we're consciously focusing our awareness on our breath, to reestablish that connection. Whether that's to spirit, whether that's to source energy, maybe just a higher version of yourself. Let's breathe into that space now. Let's breathe into that connection, that signal. On our next inhale. And exhale. And inhale. And exhale. Very good. Now from here, we'll take this further into the third eye space. So that space just in between your eyebrows, the third eye chakra. And just take this moment to notice if perhaps you're frowning, maybe holding tension in that space. I want you to soften that space gently in between the eyebrows. Sometimes we're holding tension there without being conscious of it. Let's breathe into that space. Let's invite some ease and some flow into the third eye. Now our third eye chakra, it's responsible for our dreams, our visions, signs and synchronicities from the divine. It's often associated with the color purple or a violet color. And I want you to visualize that energy center just in between your eyebrows. Becoming full of energy, full of light on your next inhale. And exhale. Very good. And I want you to take this moment just to see where perhaps you're not connecting to your dream space. Whether that's recording down your dreams, following your visions, following signs, synchronicities. Taking time to daydream, taking time just to have some quiet, to allow your imagination to go into whatever space it needs to. So often we're so caught up in our 3D existence that we forget there's this other mystical world around us that's so often invisible, but we can connect to it. I want you to invite that energy now into that third eye space on your next inhale through the nose. And exhale. Good. Continue with that on your next inhale. And exhale. Beautiful. From here, we'll continue on with the throat chakra. Often this is associated with a blue color, kind of an aqua color. And we'll start to breathe into that energetic space now, starting on your next inhalation. And I want to invite you just to examine where you may not be showing up authentically. Maybe in spaces where you're not speaking your truth. In situations where you might be watering down your message in order to keep the peace. Let's breathe into that space now. And I want to assure you, when we are living in our full energetic alignment, when our throat chakra is properly open, when it is properly calibrated, we can deliver our message, we can speak with power and conviction, but in a way that still keeps the peace, right? Which is still rooted in compassion and understanding and diplomacy. And let's invite that energy now. Let's invite that authenticity, that courage to speak our truth now. And then from here, we'll move on to the heart chakra, one of my favorite chakras. It's often associated with the color green. I often think of a very rich emerald color when I think of this chakra. Breathing into that heart space, breathing into that heart center. Yeah, and if you want to place your hand over your heart as you do this, you are welcome to do that as well. Connecting to that heart center. And just taking this moment to examine where you may be closing yourself off in some way, and maybe as a means of preservation, as a means of protecting yourself. See where you may be closing yourself off to other people, where you may be seeing yourself as separate from others. I want you to reconnect to that energy that we are all one, we are all connected to everyone, to the divine, to nature, to everything. There is a thread, there is a force that connects us all. It's when we feel separate, when we feel alone, that we can experience emotions like fear, of isolation. I want you to connect to that space of love, universal love here, right now in this moment, knowing that you are fully supported by the universe, by source energy, by your highest self, by all of us here right now in this collective space. Breathe into that. Beautiful. We will now make our way into Manipura chakra, which is located near the navel center. The color often associated with Manipura is this rich yellow, almost like a gold color. I often think of the sun when I think of this chakra and this energy center. Not surprisingly, this is where our self-esteem and our sense of confidence resides. So tapping into this energy, let's go ahead and go inward into the center on our next inhale. And exhale. And just taking this moment to examine where we might be dimming our shine in life, where we're choosing not to be seen, we're afraid to show up authentically. There's a lot of correlation between this one and the throat chakra. Maybe examining those areas of our life where we don't feel confident, where we don't feel like our self-esteem is intact. I want you to reconnect to yourself, to your sense of authenticity on your next inhale. And exhale. Being bold, being unafraid to shine just like the sun. Let's bring that light energy into this chakra now, starting on your next inhale through the nose. And exhale. Good. And continuing to make our way down, we're going to tap next into our sacral chakra. So just below the navel here, near the reproductive organs. And this area houses much of our creativity, our energetic flow, our passions, our connection to pleasure. The color often associated with this energy center is orange. And so we'll continue to breathe into that energy, breathe into that space, starting on your next inhale. And exhale. Beautiful. And from here, I want you to take this moment to examine where you haven't been connecting to your joy. Whether that's in the form of creativity, an outlet, simply moving your body can bring and spark joy into your life. Where have maybe you've been overexerting yourself, not taking enough time to rest and relax. How can you commit to your pleasure and your joy starting today, starting this week? Again, let's breathe into that energetic space now, starting on your next inhale. And exhale. And inhale. And exhale. And then lastly, coming up to our root chakra, which is located at the base of the spine. The color often associated with this chakra is red. And so once again, starting on your next inhale, we'll tap into that space. And the root chakra houses our sense of security. It's our sense of support, feeling safe, coming home to our body. I want us to take this moment just to simply examine, what foundations do we have set in our life? What can we always count on? Whether that's the support and guidance of the universe, our friends, our loved ones. Perhaps it's a connection to yourself. That connection to your inner being, that inner knowing that all is well. I want us to tap into that connection that it is safe to be in our bodies, that you are protected, that you have a firm foundation, both physically and energetically. Let's breathe into this energetic space once again, starting on your next inhalation. Now from here, starting from the root chakra, all the way up through the center of the body, through the heart, through the throat, all the way up through the crown. I want you to feel all of these centers just completely lit up, completely recalibrated, in harmony, in tune, vibrating at the highest level. This is your natural state. You can come home to this, you can come back to this at any point. You can always recalibrate. Let's breathe into all of these centers once again, starting on your next inhale through the nose. And exhale. Beautiful. From here, we'll go ahead and slowly blink the eyes open if they're not already. Thank you so much, all of you, for joining me for that guided meditation. I hope that you feel like the energy has shifted. I hope you feel lighter. I hope you feel freer in your body. And I can't wait to see you guys in the next video. Until next time, namaste.